All right, here we go. 3-word game. NFC yesterday, AFC today, succinctly. When given only 3 words, you can describe anything. Here we go in the AFC. Bills. Buff-a-loaded. 21 of 22 starters back. Only Tampa has more. And if you take out the games against the Chiefs, this young and improving roster was 15-2 against everybody else. Buff-a-loaded. Patriots, not standing pat, spent $288 million in free agency. That's a huge number. Isn't that crazy? They spent $288 million.
Who are they?
I mean, seriously, a new tackle, Trent Brown, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry tight ends, Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne. Then they drafted a quarterback. They're all in. A lot of new faces, most on offense. Dolphins. Will Tua triumph? They had the fewest big play touchdowns in the NFL last year. That's a concern. They only had 5 touchdowns or 20-plus yards. That's the concern with Tua. You got to occasionally pop for a big play. Now, they did get Will Fuller, and they drafted Jalen Waddle. That will help. Tua was 6-3 as a starter. Jets, just too dysfunctional. Lost 9 games by double digits. In the last 5 years, they've had no skill players make the Pro Bowl. I do like Joe Douglas, the GM. I like his last 2 drafts. But they had the worst point differential of any team in the league last year, minus 214. It is still in the early stages of a rebuild. Ravens. Baltimore breakthrough? Listen, only team to rank top 5 last year in third down offense and third down defense. They're very good situationally. They are not as dynamic passing the ball as many other teams. But they returned 10 of 11 defensive starters. I worry about their pre-season running back injuries. That worries me. Steelers. Been a while. Ben Roethlisberger, 39, entering his 18th season. They say he's in the best shape of his life, but a new offensive coordinator, O-line being rebuilt, and he averaged a career low 6.3 passing yards per attempt. What does that tell you? Tells you he doesn't have a ton of time to throw when he does throw. That's what it tells you. Bengals. Not average Joe. Burrow got sacked 32 times in 10 games, but he passed for 300 or more yards in half his starts. Why is that noteworthy? Because they had a bad O-line. So to be able to be that productive with that poor of an offensive line is a significant number. The kid can play. Browns, ready to bake? Baker Mayfield, though, 30th in completion percentage, 24th in passing yards a game. I'm not worried about the passing yards because Odell Beckham returns. That number will tick up. He's got to be more accurate. And I think Stefanski did a great job to manage Baker out of his ad-libbing. He's not as athletic as he thinks. He starts ad-libbing, there's trouble. But they got a bunch of new defensive starters, but I like what I see. Chargers, Herbert fully loaded. He had the highest passer rating, this is almost unheard of any quarterback in the league last year, 99.4, as a rookie. And he was under constant duress, and they have 4 new offensive line starters. But simply put, Justin Herbert was the best rookie quarterback statistically in league history. That's amazing. Behind a bad O-line. Chiefs. Chief concern, protection. 4 new starters, O-line. Worry a little about their red zone defense, but it all comes down. Can they cinch early on that front? Raiders. Just win, maybe. Gruden's 19-29 in 3 seasons. The disturbing trend is they're pretty good in September and October, fall off a cliff in November. Some of that could be lack of depth on the roster. It is not a Derek Carr issue. He has been the life preserver on this boat. Broncos, mile-high mystery. Most turnovers in the league. Teddy Bridgewater, a bridge quarterback's now starting. We're just not quite sure what we're going to get. Texans, Texas-sized mess. Fourth toughest schedule, new head coach who's never even been a coordinator, lowest projected win total by Fox Bet. Looks like they're kind of tanking. 2 top defensive players traded before the season. Titans, Tennessee, better days. Returned 12 of 22 starters. Tied for the fewest in the league. I am down on them. New coordinators, both sides of the ball. That would worry me. Colts, when they're healthy, they were number 9 in scoring with Phillip Rivers. They were pretty good last year. Only question, Wentz's health. I'd like to see one of their young receivers beyond Pittman develop too. Finally, Jags, Lawrence's urban legend. Jacksonville ended the year in a 15-game losing streak. They do have some spectacularly talented receivers. Backs receivers, really interesting. Now they give the keys to the Jags kingdom to Urban and Trevor Lawrence. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.